So guys, starting off with some cherry chapstick. I told you guys this shit was gonna be real, but so I've had the flu or food poisoning since it's like Monday. I was like, I just don't think I can do this on Wednesday, or it's Tuesday evening. I lost track of time because I've been sick 4 days. So I'm just like in my robe, just got out of the shower, wet hair, no makeup. But I'm still trying to do wine with Haley. What was it? What was this called? Wednesday wine with Haley. But I'm drinking Beringer Chardonnay because last week I had a crazy reaction to red wine. I don't think I can do that anymore, and I'm scared. Beringer Main and Vine Establishment 1876 Chardonnay. But yeah, this is not 1876, clearly. That'd be way too old and way too expensive for me. But, where can you see it? Boom. Okay, so the flu, man. I think it was the flu. My landlord said her whole family had the flu. So many people, it's been going around. I thought it was food poisoning. I was like, I am dying. I was pale as a ghost. Like, I wasn't even pale. This was just a color I haven't even seen before. It was like white with a tint of green with like dark circles under my eyes. And I was like, I'm hallucinating. I'm about to pass out. So, guys, be careful if you're having this. This is my first day I ate food. So I'm going to like be very chill on this wine. I'm going to have like a few sips. Sorry, I'm going to be pretty sober during this video. But, it was awful. And weirdly enough, during this weird flu food poisoning experience, my poor brother and his girlfriend drove me home, and I was puking in a bag the whole way, and I was like, pull over! You need to pull over! Go anywhere! CVS, Walgreens, 7-Eleven, I need Gatorade. Like, I just felt like I was like, oh my God, I'm going to pass out. So they pulled over into a Walgreens, and I went into a Walgreens, and they waited out in the parking lot, which was a bad idea. I was just like, ugh, I was just puking my brains out. And I hadn't eaten anything that day. I woke up, we went to lunch at my grandparents' house, and I didn't touch the food. And like, I tried to touch it, and I was like, I'm going to use the bathroom. And I went and puked and just kept puking, and I hadn't even eaten that day, so I was like, what's going on? And I just kept drinking this tea that my grandma made, and I was like, this is nice, it's like making me feel a little better, but then I just kept puking it up, and like midway through the day, just visiting with my grandparents, I was like, something's not right, and my grandpa noticed, he's like, you don't seem right. I'm like, I don't feel right, man, and he's like my favorite person ever, and he noticed, and I was like, I just don't feel right. I felt okay when I woke up, and I was like, yay, fun day with the family, and midway, I was just like, I just do not feel right, and for me to not touch food, something is wrong. I was like, this looks amazing, Grandma, and I barely touched the food, so my grandparents knew something was wrong, and I knew something was wrong, but thank God we left when we did. My brother was like, you don't seem right. I was like, I don't feel right. We gotta go. So, on the way home, my poor brother, he's pretty squeamish. He doesn't like blood or vomit or anything. But I was just like, blah, 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 like into a plastic bag that my grandma, because I was throwing up in their bathroom, and she was like, here, take this for the road. I was like, oh, I don't need it. I was like, thank God my grandma gave me this plastic bag. Because the whole way home, I just like puked in this bag, and my poor brother, I'm sorry, Spencer, but, we pulled over into a Walgreens, because I was like, I need water, I need Gatorade. I felt like I was like, I'm about to pass out, I need electrolytes, I haven't even eaten food today, and I've been puking all day, so I need to get something. And so they waited in the parking lot, I went into this Walgreens, I was like rushing through the aisles like crazy, I was like, fuck all these, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm like, move, people. I was like, I need to get to the aisle with the Gatorade. I was like, excuse me, miss, where's the Gatorade? Freaking out. And she was like, right there. And I was like, of course it's not cold. It's like warm shelf Gatorade. And I was like, screw it. And I was like, there's this anti-nausea medicine called Emetrol. It's right here. Yeah, I've been sick. And I think it's actually, oh yeah, Emetrol. Boom. Save your life. I don't know. Didn't really do that much for me. But it has before with nausea. So I was like, I need the Emetrol. Where is your nausea medicine aisle? And she like took me, and this woman was taking me to where it was, and it was just like The Exorcist. So I was like, blah! Like, and I puked all in the aisle. I was holding my Gatorade, and I was just like, blah! And she was like, Emma! This poor girl, she was probably like, oh my god, she was probably like 18, 19. Like, it's like her first job. She's like, it's The Exorcist! And so she, like, ran off, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, as she runs away. And I'm like, I'm sick. And the pharmacist came out and, like, talked to me, and I was like, I just don't feel well. And he's like, how long have you been vomiting for? I was like, I don't know, hours, and I just want to drink this Gatorade. He's like, okay, open the Gatorade, you haven't bought it. I was like, what's happening? Like, I was just out of it, and puked in the aisle on the floor, and so much fun. Such a fun day. But, so this was Sunday. But then he was like, do you need me to call somebody? You should go to the hospital or ER. And I was like, oh, no, my brother's out in the parking lot, and I'm just going out there. So I was like trying to rush and like pay. And as I was at the register, she was so slowly counting my change. And I was like, I'm just going to throw it. Like, I got to go. And as I walked out the door, I puked in the lot. And so I got back in the car. I tried to drink this like nausea medicine, Emetrol. And then I had like Gatorade. And the car ride back home was just like awful. My poor brother and his girlfriend, Spencer and Alex. Sorry guys, because it was just like blah, 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 like these noises. I thought about like, oh my god, childbirth. The noises, it was just involuntary. I was like, the noises I was making were just like defeat. I'd been defeated. It was just like someone was stabbing me in the stomach, and it was just uncontrollable. So, that's that. And I don't even want to touch this wine. I'm like, I have water on the side because I'm like, Wednesday wine with Haley. Let's do water wine with Haley this week. But, got home, barely got out of the car, and I don't even want to say, it's so embarrassing. I've told only my closest friends, but something so sad happened to me that I was like, I was so defeated. It got me. But came in, changed all my clothes. I was sweating head to toe. And thank God, because I just moved into my new spot. My grandpa gave me this like bucket, and he was like, you're gonna need this. And I was like, Grandpa, I don't need a bucket in my new house. And I was like, blah, thank God for this bucket. And I puked in that bucket until about 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and you just hit a wall. And I don't know why I thought about childbirth. I was like, oh my God, like, is this what it's like? Just hours and hours where you're just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Give me the drugs. Give me the drugs. Because I was like, I need someone to take me to the hospital. I can't do this a second longer. I can't. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. So I don't know if it was the flu or food poisoning or what, but I ate some weird tuna casserole the night before. And also, my landlord and her whole family and all these people around me are like, we had the flu and the same symptoms. So I'm like, I just don't know what it was, but it was bleeping awful. But today, this morning, I'm proud to say, I ate yogurt and I felt like a brand new baby for the first time. I was like, oh my God, my first meal. It was so exciting to eat some like coconut yogurt this morning. And then I had a banana midday. I was like, it was so exciting today. That's why I'm just like, I'm not even messing with this wine. This is like old wine that I had open. So I know it's good. I'm like, oh God. Water Wednesday with Haley. I think I look awful. But I guess like I lost 7 pounds in 48 hours. Because I'm dying, not like because I'm healthy, but man, anyone out there who's going through the flu or food poisoning, I feel for you. It's not fun. And I've just like, I feel like I'm such a positive person. I'm like, we can do anything. You can get through anything. And like, it really made me think, like, while I was like 12 hours into like, there's nothing left in me, how am I still vomiting? I started thinking about like childbirth and people going through chemo and how like such strong people can become so weak, and you hit a wall and you're just like, my body can't do this. It's like, things for saying like, oh, you're so strong, it doesn't matter sometimes when you're like, thank you for saying you can fight it, you're so great and awesome. Like sometimes you're just like, no, I can't. Like, I'm gonna die. Like, it feels, I just started thinking from other people's perspectives when I was there. I was like, oh my God, this is probably how it feels when you're like, I can't go through labor, give me the drugs. Or when you're like, no, I'm done with chemo, I'd rather die. Like, I started feeling these weird thoughts and feelings I've never felt before of, this is like a hopeless wall, that this is never ending. And I feel so much better today. So anyone who's going through a hard time, I know, I don't want to say her name, but one of my ex-coworkers has been going through chemo this last year, and it's been super strong, and she's such a badass woman, and just working with her for I don't know, actually she came there, I was there for 5 years, but she came in like a year and a half after I started working there. But man, girl, you're a badass woman, and I'm so proud of you for sticking through it. And now she's going back to work, and I just saw that she posted on Facebook she's going back to work this week, and I can't even imagine that feeling. I was like 48 hours, I couldn't deal with it, and I was like, just someone kill me. And for her to do it for so long and put her body through that, I just have a lot of respect for her. And I'm sorry, I'm so emotional. I haven't even had wine and I'm so emotional, but it brings you to a point where you just feel your weakest. Even if you're a strong person, you just feel weak. And I have so much respect for all these people going through even harder things, because I'm like, this 48-hour period of not being able to eat a single piece of food. I'm such a foodie too. I was like, food? No, get that away from me. I just was like, Gatorade and water, please. And even that Gatorade and water, I just like, but well, there that goes. Like, my body just doesn't eat food anymore. So anyone who is like, I'm gonna fight this disease, or goes through that on purpose because they love their family and they have that in mind to get through it, it's just like, ugh, I hope I never have to go through that, because I don't know, maybe I'm not strong enough, because this just kicked my ass. I'm not gonna lie, this kicked my ass. And I think the hardest part is to remind yourself it's not permanent, and that doesn't matter. So, but the hardest part is to remind yourself it's not permanent, and this feeling and hopelessness is not permanent, which is something like I have gone through before, but it was just a feeling of like, I either have to go to the emergency room, which I can't afford to pay for, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna die then. Like, I can't afford to pay for a $11,000 bill, $5,000 bill from the emergency room right now, so I'm just gonna die. And I just think healthcare is so messed up, and people who are going through things need to be given the proper care and pain management and whatever they're going through, and it should be free. There's an amazing documentary, oh my God, it's by Michael Moore, and it's called Sicko, and it's all about healthcare, and he compares the healthcare between America, France, Canada, and interviews people, and it's super interesting just to see the difference between all of these countries, and just to compare, because in America, if you were born here and raised here, that's all you really know. And you're like, well, that's just how it is. That's my deductible, and that's how it works. But it's very different in different countries, and it's, once you see the documentary Sicko by Michael Moore, you'll just be like, wow, this is really unjust. And if you need healthcare, you're having a baby, or things are going on in your life, it needs to be handled. And that's part of why we pay taxes. And I truly believe that's where it should go, is that if you're having an issue. Oh my God, my phone is insane during this episode. Sorry, guys. Okay, but sorry I didn't drink any wine. And sorry this is such a short episode, but I'm about to knock out and go to bed. But thank you for watching episode 3. And I hope you guys try this wine. It's really good. I have had it before. Beringer, Main and Vine. It's really good, Chardonnay. But I'm just first day eating food. I'm a brand new baby. Yogurt and bananas is my life today. But it's a good one if you guys want to try it. And maybe I'll try it next week, or no, I want to do a different one next week. I like to switch it up. But thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry if this was a lame one, but I mean, I'm trying to be as real as possible, and no matter what I'm going through, I'm going to try to continue talking and doing Wednesday wine with Haley, or if anything, I'm like, it might be Wednesday water with Haley from now on. But I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you guys do not have the flu or food poisoning. Everyone is healthy and happy, and have a happy holidays. Bye.